Hello dreamers, welcome back, and today we will be doing a realistic painting of a tulip in acrylics. So basically for this painting I followed three important steps. The first and the most important was to get the outline of the flower, its petals and leaves, etc. as accurate as possible. If you're new to drawing or painting, I suggest you try the charcoal transfer method like Robin Clance did. I will leave a link to that particular video down below. So the next thing that I did was to tone the canvas with a base color. So the reason I ask you to tone your canvas is because not only does it take away the anxiety of looking at a blank paper or canvas, it also adds so much more depth and color, and in some cases texture, to the layers that go above it. So in this case I did my background with titanium black, and for the flower I used titanium white with a little bit of yellow ochre. So working with the petals now, the first thing I did was to try to find the different layers for the reference picture. So see the picture into as many layers as possible. Don't go painting the white stripes the very first thing, because that's supposed to go at the very end, and that's how it becomes as realistic, and it does not mess up the first few layers that are supposed to go behind it. So I painted crimson for the petal, and then to add shadows I added ultramarine blue. Like if you see, the left side of the petal is deeper, darker, the right side is hidden behind the first petal. So these kind of subtle things are added when you add a different color like ultramarine blue. So don't add black directly into the painting. And for the leaf as well, the first thing I did was to just have a basic coat of green that is closest to the reference picture. I wasn't bothered about whether it looked tidy. I just wanted it to have the first coat. And then to add the shadows, I added burnt umber, and in some cases there are areas of the leaf, like the center of the leaf, which had a bluish tint. So at that point I added ultramarine blue. And for the stem, you can see the left side of the stem has a better lighting, like as if the sun shines on it. So in such areas I added lemon yellow. So the trick to painting like this is to look at your reference picture with a very different perspective, a very different eye, like a detective trying to find out the hidden colors or tints in the painting. So the more details you're able to add, in this case will add more realism and perspective and life to the colors of your subject. And at the very end, what I did was to deepen my background, and if you remember, it was just titanium black, so I added one more layer wherein I mixed up titanium black with a very deep green, and that added so much more depth to my background and made my tulip stand out. And then the final step, and my most favorite section of doing any kind of painting, is to add the final details. So the little edges, the fine edges to the flower, which has rugged edges and which makes the flower petal look so much more natural. So if you look at the petal of a flower, it's not like a very precise line, especially in this reference picture. There are small ridges which, when you replicate onto the painting, adds so much more life and color and depth and perspective to your petals. And if you have noticed now, the white is not white, as I told you before. This white that is at the edge of the petal, it has a tint of yellow ochre. I'm sure you're able to see the tiny little details that I am trying to explain in this painting, and that's how you work around it. I hope you found this video interesting and valuable. If you liked it, don't forget to leave me a like, leave me comments, because I love reading them and responding to each and every one of you. Subscribe if you haven't yet, because this is a place where you get inspired from other beautiful, strong, like-minded people, do art, learn art, and finally make your dreams come true. So until the next video, go paint your dreams. Bye.